Hey guys, welcome to the live stream for this afternoon. I thought I'd jump on and get you guys to answer a few questions for this afternoon's Q&A. Send in your questions through. I'll give you guys a few minutes to send them through and I'll answer them. So if you guys got any questions, just send them through. And for the first viewer that's joined, welcome. And send in your questions and I'll answer them. Dylan Wilson asked, Warriors have a lot of potential. How do they bring it out? Good question. Look, it's all about consistency at the end of the day, and the Warriors have struggled for consistency in a long, long time. So, yeah, I mean, consistency is a massive problem. And look, I think, we win some, we lose some games, and then the following week, we're very disappointing. So it's definitely all about consistency. I'm not sure how we're going to bring it out, but, it's about key positions, key areas of the game. So for me, it's consistency because, we need to bring that out. And that's a big problem for us, for a long, long time. So to try and answer your question, I don't know if that answers your correct question correctly, Dylan Wilson. But, yeah, I mean, potential, it's a bit of a hard one for the Warriors. They need to find that, potential to get them moving forward, actually. So, yeah, I mean, hard one to answer, but if that answers it, yeah, I'd say, consistency it's a bit of a problem. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, look, it's all about getting players in the right positions and finding those signings. And, yeah, I mean, it's all about that sort of area in the game, in my opinion. So, what do you think about new star Reece Walsh and RTS going to the wing? Look, I think Reece Walsh, he's a great player he's only young. He's only 18, got to say. Give him that time, and he's only young, so got to give him a chance. And, I think he's going to be a good superstar moving forward, actually. I think he's got potential to be a good player. And, look, I think, he's going to do very, very well, and he's going to be a great player moving forward, Reece Walsh, actually. I think big reps. I've got big reps on him too, and a lot of people do. So I think he'll do well, actually. Just need to make sure we develop him very well for the future. That's what it's all about. Given how good the All Blacks are, should they try some players from Union? No, I mean, look, I personally think no, because, look, when I watched Gus Gould's interview the other day, Gus Gould did an interview on Sky Sports New Zealand because he went over to New Zealand, and he talked about developing New Zealand talent, and that's the Warriors' biggest problem. They've not been able to develop their own talent. I know we've signed players from Australia, which is, it can be a good thing, but it can also be a little bit of a bad thing as well because you're not playing your own talent, you're signing Australian players. I've got nothing against it, but, I personally think, we should be developing our own talent moving forward. So to answer your question there, Dylan Wilson, I don't think so. No, I personally wouldn't. I know a lot of people say they would sign rugby union players, but personally I wouldn't because I think, at the end of the day, I think it's best that we sign our own players, develop our own players, and get players that are playing rugby league, not signing players from different codes. But, there are players that could potentially make the switch. I reckon that could be great players in the league, but it's a different story altogether. Rugby league and rugby union, it's both different codes at the end of the day. So that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, when I watched the Gus Gould interview the other day, it was a great interview. Now, if you guys haven't seen it already, it's on a Sky Sports New Zealand's YouTube channel. So go search it up, Sky Sports New Zealand's YouTube channel, for that interview, which I thought was a great interview. I did a video yesterday talking about it, giving my thoughts. So if you haven't seen it already, go back, check out the YouTube channel and give it a watch. I gave my thoughts fully on that Gus Gould interview, which I thought was a great watch, actually. I thought it was a great watch. Yeah, so send in your questions through and I'll answer them as best as I can. This is just a Q&A, so just send in your questions. There's not much to talk about in terms of the Warriors this week. News has been a bit quiet, so it's been hard to do videos because, with the Warriors having the bye, there's not much really to do. But, like I said, there's not much news out there, so I thought I'd come on and, get you guys some questions in and I'll answer them. So if you got any questions, just keep sending them through. I'll just be on for a few minutes. Queensland or New South Wales on Wednesday? Dylan Wilson, I'm cheering for Queensland. I'm a Queensland supporter because, I live in Queensland. So, obviously, I'm going to be going for the Queensland Maroons here. But, it's going to be an interesting game. I think, New South Wales, look, they probably have the stronger team on paper. From a non-biased point of view, I reckon they have the strongest team on paper. So, but, you look at last year, New South Wales, they were favourites to win the series and they didn't win the series last year. So, Queensland have still got a good opportunity, and it's at Townsville, so the Queensland have the advantage. But yeah, I think I hope Queensland win, but New South Wales will be favourites for me to win the series overall. I think they've got a better squad over the Queenslanders. Are you worried about what's going to happen next year when we have to re-sign players? No, I'm not really. I mean, look, there's quite a few players that I think, probably deserve to have their contracts renewed. And there's some players that I believe that don't deserve their contracts renewed next year because, let's be honest, I mean, some of these players haven't been performing. Some of them have been performing, but yeah, I mean, no, I'm not too worried. I think the club's, going to do the right thing because I trust what the club's going to do moving forward. I trust what the CEO, Cameron George, and Peter O'Sullivan, recruitment manager, and the owners, Mark Robertson. So I'm not too worried. I mean, at the end of the day, the club knows what they're doing, and we're fans giving our opinions. But like I said, I think the club's, going to move in the right direction. I mean, look, it's a frustrating time for Warriors fans over the last couple of seasons, but I think we can move forward. That is what I believe. Queensland will always play with more heart. Yeah, I mean, you look at Queensland's Origin record; it's a great record they have in Origins, and I personally think they will not be taken lightly. Queensland. I know New South Wales won't take Queensland lightly. I'm pretty sure they won't because Queensland all the time. When they've been written off by a lot of people, they always seem to come out with guns blazing. The Queensland Maroons. So. Yeah, I mean, I hope Queensland win, but at the end of the day, I think New South Wales still have a better team, and I just think it's going to be a big series, and hopefully it's not ruined by refereeing decisions. We know with the new crackdown rules, lately there's been a lot of controversy with the new crackdown rules. I personally don't like the crackdown rules. I've said it a lot lately, and I've got strong opinions that it's just, it's just going to spoil the game. I know what they're trying to achieve, but yeah, I mean, let's hope the refs don't spoil the Origin series. It's a good series for me. I just hope it's a competitive series. I'm not too bothered if Queensland don't win the series at the end of the day because I'm a Warriors fan. All I'm worried about is the Warriors. So the Origin series will be good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, like I said already, it's a Q&A, so just send in your questions. I'll try to think of something to talk about because, at the moment it's hard to think of something because, the Warriors, there's not much news going on at the moment. I know, I could talk about something else, but, Matt Duffy the other night was pretty good for the Dragons the other night. So I'm wondering why the Dragons haven't re-signed him yet. So, that's another thing. I mean, why are the Dragons not keeping Matt Duffy? That's a bit of a surprise to me, really. Yeah, Tigers. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Tigers the other night. Look, full credit to them. They got a win, but at the end of the day, Penrith were under strength, and I'm not taking anything away from the Tigers. It was a good win, good on them. But look, I still don't believe the Tigers will make the top 8. In my opinion, I just think, I personally think they just lack that consistency. And I know they won 2 in a row, but let's be honest, it's against Penrith, and Penrith had a lot of players out, so. Yeah, the people saying the Tigers will make the top 8 now, I don't believe they will. Kurt, Manchester United fan, Australia, says, hello, bro. Why the new rules for the NRL? Good question. Well, it's due to the head knocks, and, the NRL wants to come down on them, and I don't know. I personally think, the NRL, yeah, they got a fair indication of what they want to do, but look, they're trying to make the game turn into touch football. In my opinion, I'm not a fan of the rules. I'm not a fan of the 6 agains. I think the 6 again has started this crackdown rule. This is why we have the crackdown rule now, because of the 6 again. And personally, I think the 6 again rule needs to go. And the crackdown rule, look, I think, yes, I'm all for it. Get rid of the head-high tackles. But see, NRL at the end of the day, it's rugby league, and the game is a contact sport. And look, I think they should just, keep the rules, what they were before, not change the rules every season. That's my view on it. Dylan Wilson says the Tigers will come 9th. Yeah, I mean, it would not surprise me if the Tigers come 9th because that happens every season. Will the Storm go back to back? Good question. I mean, I personally think they will. A lot of people are writing them off, saying, because there's no Cameron Smith in the finals, what will happen. I think Melbourne will still be up there. I think they'll still be in the grand final, and I picked them to win the premiership at the start of the season, so I think they'll still be up there, and I think they'll still win it personally. But personally, for me, I hope Penrith win it. I'd rather see Penrith win it. Nothing against Melbourne, but I just want to see the Penrith Panthers win it this year because, I want to see a different team win the premiership. I'm a Warriors fan, bro. That's good to hear. Even though you support Manchester United, I'm not a Manchester United fan. I support Man City in the Premier League, so that's a bit off topic. But, yeah, good to know that you're a Warriors fan, though. Great to hear. Yeah, I mean, look, you look at Melbourne. Melbourne still had the depth, like I said. You look at the other day, last night, I know the Gold Coast Titans, they were very, very close to winning that game. I thought they butchered it, to be honest. I mean, they had a lot of opportunities last night. So, look, the Melbourne Storm, without the Origin players, they will still be up there at the end of the year. They'll still be up there, and you can't write them off, Melbourne. You can't write them off at all. Never write them off. Regardless if you don't like them or not, whether you like them or not. Personally, I think Melbourne will still be up there. So if you guys have got any questions, just keep sending them through. I mean, look, there's 5 viewers at the moment watching this, so thanks to the 5 people that are watching this live stream, which I really appreciate. So if you got any questions, just send them through. So Kurt from Manchester asked, bro, why Warriors are moving Central Coast Stadium? What do you mean by that? I mean, the Warriors, they've always been playing on Central Coast Stadium this year, so I'm not sure what you mean by that question. Brian Toe and Jerome Luai Blues debuts. Yeah, that's great. I mean, both been outstanding this year for Penrith. They deserve to be in that New South Wales team. Obviously, I'm a Queensland fan, so I don't really care too much about New South Wales, but it's great to see Brian Toe and Jerome Luai in the Blues. Yeah, I mean, they deserve to be there because they've been great this year for Penrith. I mean, Penrith, let's be honest, they've got so many players in that New South Wales team, and they all deserve to be there because, they have had great seasons so far for the Panthers, so they deserve to be in that New South Wales team. I think that guy was talking about the Storm game next week. No, that game's still in Central Coast Stadium. It's not been moved. That news today about that announcement, the announcement was nothing flash. It was just something that we knew about. It's about the Kiwi band Dragon and the Kiwi Coast Party. So the announcement was nothing special, to be fair. We already knew this news. I don't know why, they made a big hassle about it. Channel 9 put out, there's going to be a special announcement about the Warriors today. And, we already knew about this Central Coast Party, Kiwi Party thing going on. We already knew about it. So I'm not sure, why they even went to that stage, I know they need publicity for it, but it was a bit of an odd way to, make an announcement. Yeah, I mean, that game against Melbourne Storm, Central Coast next Sunday, I'll be probably live streaming. I'll be doing a live stream to that game Sunday afternoon, just letting you guys all know. And also on Monday night, there will be a chat with Hold the Ball, who's a special guest. He'll be a special guest on the channel. We're going to talk about the Warriors and the State of Origin series. So, yeah, tune in for that one Monday night, 7:30 Australia time, 9:30 p.m. New Zealand time for that one. Hold the Ball's joining me for that one. So, yeah, it should be a good one, chatting all things Warriors and State of Origin series as well. So, should be good. Yeah, so if you got any more questions, send them through. And if you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. And also don't forget to like the stream as well. So, what are your favourite stadiums for the NRL? Good question. I've only been to a couple of stadiums, not too many. Suncorp Stadium is one of them. I've been to that twice now. Suncorp Stadium. Actually, no, not twice. I've been there 3 times. Suncorp Stadium, Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland. I've been there a couple of times. And Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast here. So I've only been to 3 stadiums. I haven't been to every stadium. I haven't been to a stadium in Sydney yet. I still want to go to a stadium in Sydney and New South Wales. But, yeah, I mean, Suncorp Stadium is one of my favourites. Great stadium. Really love going there. It's great atmosphere. And, yeah, I mean, great stadium. Suncorp Stadium, great venue. Great venue. Should the Broncos try to get Cameron Smith out of retirement? Asked Dylan Wilson. I personally wouldn't. I mean, Brisbane, look, I think, they have made some signings, that, haven't really stepped up. I mean, I personally think Brisbane, they need to, what Brisbane are doing is they're not keeping those players. They're not keeping those players like Reece Walsh. They're not keeping those players that they should be keeping. I mean, I was surprised by the Reece Walsh one because I personally thought Brisbane would do a bit more to keep him. So should Brisbane sign Cameron Smith? I personally don't think so. I mean, yes, he's experienced and he'll bring that experience, but I don't think so. No, I don't think they should. Oh, Benji Marshall has joined the chat. How's it going? Probably not the real Benji, but you know. My favourite stadium is ANZ Stadium and Optus Stadium, Perth, and Suncorp Stadium and Leichhardt Oval. Yeah, I mean, not too bad. I've never been to those venues before, but you know, Suncorp Stadium is a venue that I've been to, and I say it's probably one of the best stadiums in Australia. For my point of view, I reckon it's one of the best stadiums ever. And yeah, people might say the MCG is one of them. Never been to the MCG, but Suncorp Stadium is one of my favourite stadiums. Probably one of the best stadiums in the world in Australia, in my opinion. So. Will you watch the Paul Gallen fight? Look, I personally, you know, not a big boxing fan personally, but you know, I personally don't like Paul Gallen. I'm not a Paul Gallen fan, but you know, I hope he. To be honest, I hope he loses. But you know, no, I don't think I'll be watching the Paul Gallen fight. I think you know you have to. I think it's pay per view, so yeah, no, I won't be watching it. Georgios and Bastos asked, what do you think of Sean Johnson to the Rabbitohs, maybe? Yeah, man, it would not be a bad signing. I reckon the Rabbitohs, you know, that'd be a great signing to have. But look, I don't know. I think it'd be a great sign, but I don't see him going there. Actually, I don't see him going there. Honest thoughts here. I don't see him signing with the Rabbitohs, but it'd be a good signing, definitely. MCG is too big for rugby league. Amy is better. Yeah, I've heard Amy Park's not a bad venue to go and watch rugby league, and I'd love to go there one day. And yeah, definitely, you know, MCG is probably more suited to the AFL and the cricket. So yeah, I love to go to Amy Park. I think it's not a bad venue. It doesn't sound like a bad venue to go and watch a game of rugby league. Georges and Bristol says, let's go Gallen. So you're a Gallen fan. That's good to hear. Personally, I don't mind. I don't really care. Oh, that's a good question. Who should the Warriors sign? Look, right now, you know, there's not many players that stand out to me in terms of, you know, off-contract players right now. So, look, I'd love to see someone like Tom Starling from the Canberra Raiders. I think we need another hooker, personally. Look, Wade Egan's all right, but, you know, he's not great, let's be honest. He's an all right player. I mean, he's doing much better than I thought this year. A lot of people like myself probably didn't rate Wade Egan highly, but I think he's had a pretty decent season. So, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see someone like a Tom Starling sign, but obviously, you know, Canberra Raiders, you know, he probably wants that Canberra Raiders. And another player that is off contract is Ruben Garrick, actually. I think he's a pretty decent player. So, yeah, I mean, those are players that I think we should sign. I mean, there's not many out there at the moment that stand out. New South Wales are going to clean sweep Queensland. I don't think so, George and Bastos. I think it'd be a close series. I think Queensland win 2-1 or New South Wales will win 2-1, but I don't think it'd be a clean sweep. Brandon Smith, no, highly unlikely. I mean, look, Brandon Smith's already said sorry, how to say it properly. Brandon Smith's already said it publicly that he will not sign with us, and I don't think, you know, we should sign him. Thoughts on my Tigers? You know, they had a good win the other night. They had a great win over Penrith, but like I said before, early in this video, or early in the stream actually, I said that, you know, not taking anything away from the West Tigers, I thought it was a good win for them, but let's be honest, Penrith had 7-8 players out due to state of origin. The West Tigers didn't really have any players out, and look, not taking anything away from the West Tigers here, but you know, I'm still, you know, not convinced yet with the West Tigers. Good win, congratulations, but yeah, I think you know they've still got a fair bit to go. West Tigers, in my opinion, and look, they played well, but the Tigers, you know, the problem with the Tigers is inconsistency. They're like the Warriors here. They're like us. You know, they're inconsistent. They can have 1 or 2 good wins, and then the next week they'll struggle very badly. That's the West Tigers, and next week, you know, they've got Parramatta, and I think, you know, Parramatta, that's a big test for them. If they can beat Parramatta, then who knows, maybe they could make a push for the top 8. But right now, I just don't see them making the top 8, even though they won the other night. Queensland 2 home games could be the difference, in my opinion, says Hucker Time Rugby. Yeah, I mean, definitely it could be. I mean, it is a big advantage, got to admit that, as a Queensland fan here. But look, New South Wales are more than capable of going to Queensland and winning. They're more than capable of winning in Queensland. You know, home ground advantage might mean something at the end of the day, but, you know, it's still Origin and anything can happen. Who do you think won the Laurie and Moborowski trade? I think the Tigers, actually. I think the Tigers won that. I personally think they did won that. Yeah, I mean, they personally won that for me. They definitely won that, Georges and Bastos. Because, you know, Laurie's playing well at the West Tigers. He's playing pretty well. Yes, yeah, he has actually very, very good player, Daniel Laurie, playing very well this year. Oh, Pete Verdo's joined. How's it going, Pete Verdo? Yeah, for those who are tuning in right now, those who've just joined, it's just a Q&A. So just send in your questions. I've got nothing to really discuss here. So just send in your questions. Ask me anything to do with the NRL, Warriors, you know, any questions to that, and I'll answer them as best as I can. So for those new viewers just joining, yeah, just a Q&A. It's nothing too flash today because, you know, there's nothing really to talk about. There's no news in regards to the Warriors. So can't really talk about the Warriors much. Zion says, shut up. Well, Zion, why don't you get off my live stream? That's all I'll say for you. If you're here to troll, then you can shut up too. Goodbye, Zion. Don't need trolls in the live stream. I do not need them. I've said it all along. I'm sick of getting them, and I've always had them. So Zion, you can go away for your comment. You're not needed here. So, yeah, so if anyone's got any more questions, just send them through and I'll answer them. All right, so no one's got any more questions. I think Ruin Hammer's joined. How's it going? Yeah, so if you guys got some questions, just send them through. It's just a bit of a Q&A. It's nothing too flash today due to, there's nothing really to talk about in terms of the Warriors. Obviously, the announcement today, it was just an announcement on the Kiwi party on the Central Coast, which is next Sunday. So, yeah, there's not much news in terms of the Warriors at the moment. So I just thought I'd come on and do questions. Hope it's going well, Ruin Hammer. I think it's Mark or Robert who is on that channel talking to me right now. Let me know who it is. I'm pretty sure it's Mark. So if you guys got any more questions, just send them through. Yeah, it is Mark. I thought so. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, when's the next live game we will see you at? Yeah, I'll be at the game against the Gold Coast Titans in round 25. So I've already purchased my tickets. So I'm looking forward to it, actually, really looking forward to it. And hopefully it's not Roger's last game. Obviously, if we do make the finals, let's hope it's just our last regular season game and then we make the finals. But yeah, I mean, I'll be there definitely cheering on the team and hopefully I'll see you guys there. Ruin Hammer, hopefully I'll see you guys there. It should be a interesting game, the game against the Gold Coast Titans, because we always have a lot of support there with all the Kiwi support there, so should be great. Should be a great one. That and I'm also thinking of going to the game against the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium as well. So yeah, there's two games I've already thought of going to. Obviously going to the Titans, but the Broncos game is one I'm thinking of definitely going to. Yeah, are you going to the Broncos game at Suncorp? Yeah, I said that I might be going to that one as well. So I've already penciled in the Titans game for round 25. Yep, we'll be with both of those, bro. That's good to hear. Look, hopefully, I'll get to see you guys there, which, so there should be both of those games I think will be interesting. It's hard to know what's going to happen because, with the team and that, but, it'll definitely be a great game, I reckon, both of those games. For sure, you will see us. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've already got tickets into the. Where you guys sitting for the Gold Coast Titans game? Because I'm sitting in the away supporters bay. So, yeah, I mean, there should be a lot of Warriors supporters there because it's the Gold Coast and there's always a lot of Warriors fans up here on the coast, and it'll be great. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a shout out, Rocco. I'll give you a shout out, definitely. We're going to do another Warriors fan function at both these games, similar to the Magic Round weekend. That's great. If you are doing it, I will definitely come along and go to the function. I reckon it'd be great because the function last time out was pretty good. It was great time, and although I was a little bit shy in that, but first time I've probably been to some sort of thing where there's a fan meetup. So the next time I do go to one of those, I make sure I'll be not too shy and be a bit more interactive because, the first time I've actually been to one of those sort of things, and I know it's not a big function, but still great, and great to see all these fans and say hello. And there's a lot of great people out there that, said I was doing a good job with what I've done with the Warriors fan page and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think the fan function's a great idea. They're great things to do. Just to see all the fans and meet up with everyone and, talk about our team, which is something we love to talk about, the Warriors. Sounds good, bro. Yeah, definitely it does. And, look, it was great to meet you guys at the Magic Round. It's awesome to meet you guys there. And, it was awesome to meet Richard Morgan as well from the Warrior Nation, which was great. And Mark Tukey, it was an awesome time. And, hopefully, in the future we see more of those events because they were great things, to run. Richard Morgan, big shout out to him. He ran that event. So, yeah, he did a great job running that event. Yep, GA is also for the Titans game, bro. Yeah, it is too. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll get a lot of Warriors supporters there at that stadium on the last game of the season because it's Rogers' last game, which I hope it's not, but it all depends on how the team is heading going into that game. So, and it could be a big game for the Gold Coast as well because they'll probably be playing, for a final spot. They could be playing for a final spot in that last game of the season. So it could be massive, massive for both teams. Let's hope that the Warriors can win that game and get up for Roger in his last game of the season, hopefully. So, but I'm more hoping it's not Roger's last game. Obviously, we can still make the finals. Still definitely can make it. There's still time in the season. Early days. Zach Archer says, "Can I have a shout out?" Well, Zach Archer, I've just given you one there. So yeah, thanks for watching the live stream, and yeah. Thank you. No, all good, Zach Archer. No, all good. Anyone who watches the video deserves a shout out. They deserve a shout out, of course. Nathan Brown sacked by the Knights. How does he pick his game up with the Warriors? Yeah, good question, Dan. Actually, very good question. And I think with Nathan Brown. Oh, look, I watched Dust Gould's interview a couple of days ago via Sky Sports, and he said, some lot of great things about Nathan Brown. He rates him highly. He said, with Nathan Brown, he's done some pretty decent things at the Newcastle Knights. I know Newcastle Knights, didn't make the finals, but, he built a very good team there, bought some good players, Kalen Ponga and, Aiden Guerra. There's quite a few good players he brought up there at Newcastle. So the Warriors, they've got to be patient with Nathan Brown. We've got to be patient with Nathan Brown. I know there's people that don't like Nathan Brown, and but personally, you've got to give him time and give him a chance. And if he doesn't, deliver in the next couple of seasons, then yes, you can judge Nathan Brown. But right now, I think you've got to give him a chance. And we're sitting only in ninth spot, so I think, got to give him that opportunity. And I think, in the next couple of years, if Nathan Brown probably doesn't deliver for the Warriors, then possibly you can question, his coaching and all that. But right now, I'll give him an opportunity. In my opinion, I thought the Warriors should have beat the Cowboys. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a missed opportunity. It was very frustrating. Very frustrating last couple of minutes in that second half. We didn't take our chances. We should have gone for the field goal with a couple of minutes to go. I thought when we were up 28-22, we should have taken a field goal then. But even then, after we had that opportunity to take the field goal late in the second half and we didn't take it properly, I personally think Cody Nicarima or someone else should have stood up and took it, not put the pressure on CHT to take the field goal, in my opinion. But, they're all young players, they make mistakes in that, and, we can't put the players blame on the one particular player at the end of the day. And a lot of people put the hate on CHT and Jazz Tavanga. I thought copped some very harsh criticism, in my opinion. I thought it was unwarranted. Even unwarranted criticism towards Chanel Harris-Tavita as well. I thought they didn't deserve that criticism. Personally, I think it's all up to the team to get it right, not just one particular player. That's my view on it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. The team has to perform, not just one particular player. Yeah, that's a good question. Very good question. Why too many shit comments from the supporters every week? I don't understand it personally. I really don't understand it. And, I'm all for people giving their opinions. It's fine. I don't mind people giving their opinions. But it's when people go over the top for me, Personally, I will have an opinion and I will give it. But I won't, slag off a player and say shit like, this player should be sacked because of one bad performance. And, people also, when players don't perform, they hate on a player and they say, all sorts of stuff like, why is this player, getting this contract and all that? Why do they deserve to be at the club? And I think the comments are a bit unwarranted, in my opinion. And they're armchair critics, and also, people, it's fine to have an opinion. I don't have an issue with people having an opinion, but it's when people slag off at players, have a go at their families and that, and I think that's unwarranted, in my opinion. So, I don't get comments. I really don't. Social media these days, I run a Facebook group, with a few other people. I run an Instagram page as well on my own, and I also run this YouTube channel. But when I see comments on people, at the end of the day, you just nod your head and you wonder why they're making these comments, because it's completely unnecessary, in my opinion. So, I have a strong view on, comments around people, making on players, and, people have a right to say what they want, but not say it over top and overboard. Yeah, that's to answer your question, Ruin Hammer. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't agree with the comments. What do you think of Brown's assistant coach, Craig Hodges? I've never heard of him. Yeah, I don't know too much of him personally, but, I've heard, he was assistant coach at the Gold Coast Titans, and, I don't know. I don't really know too much to comment on Craig Hodges personally, but it's hard to get a read on the assistant coaches because Justin Morgan, he's our defensive coach, and I thought last year, defensively, I thought we weren't great, but look, right now this year, I think our defense has been pretty ordinary. I'll be honest here, nothing really great in terms of our defense because we're leaking a lot of points. So, yeah, with Craig Hodges, I can't really answer that question, to be honest. I don't know too much about him. But yeah, the game this week, on Sunday, next Sunday, will be very interesting. This game against the Melbourne Storm. Now, I will be doing a bit of a preview as well before the game next week. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be doing a preview of the Warriors Melbourne Storm game. I'm not sure, who I'll get on yet. I'm planning to get someone on the channel, but if not, I'll be doing it on my own. So yeah, you'll see a preview of that game. I'll talk a bit more about the Warriors Melbourne this week. So that should be a good game, but it's hard to say with the Warriors coming into this game. Hopefully we will beat Melbourne, but I'm not sure who Melbourne will have playing for them. I'm not sure who they'll have out. So, when it comes closer to the game, I will do a bit more of a chat around Warriors Melbourne Storm, talk about that one. And I'll be doing a live stream as well next Sunday. So, yeah, I'm bringing a bit of live streams back to the channel. And Monday night I've got Hold the Ball on Monday night I've got Hold the Ball on for a chat talking about the Warriors and State of Origin series as well. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that one. Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Australia time, which will be 9:30 p.m. New Zealand time for a chat, all things New Zealand Warriors. We're going to talk about, the State of Origin series. We're going to talk about selections and, players that we would love to see at the club going forward. So tune in for that one Monday night. And I'll also be doing a State of Origin live stream on Wednesday night as well. So a couple of live streams this week. And Sunday will be a live stream for the Warriors Melbourne Storm game as well. So make sure you tune in for that one this week. Hello, mate. How's it going? What do you think of our chances against the Storm? Look, I said it. I said it before, not long ago. I said I will be doing a full-on preview for that game. Now, it's hard to give any thoughts into the Melbourne Storm game right now because it's a bit early and it's a Sunday afternoon right now. So, once the team lists get named on Tuesday, I'll have a clearer picture and I can give you guys my full thoughts on it. So I'll do a full-on preview for that one. So if you want to know my full take on that game going into next week, I will do a full preview. So, sorry, mate, just joined. No, it's all good. I just thought I'd let you know earlier if you haven't tuned in earlier. So, yeah, there'll be a full preview for that one. I can't really say too much right now in terms of the Warriors Melbourne Storm game. Is there any truth to rumours that Ken and Fuss are homesick, hence a significant drop in form? Yeah, I don't know. I've only heard rumours to that stage of this one. I'm not so sure if they're true or not. Now, Fusatua's been injured and Ken Romalo's been injured as well. They've both been injured a lot this season. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Fusatua's form this year. And Ken's, I think Ken's been playing all right since he hasn't been on the field. I mean, I think since he hasn't been on the field, I think Ken's doing pretty decently. But, I don't know about Fusatua, really. I'm not too sure about the details on that one. I think that's just a rumour at this stage. I don't believe it until the NRL, until the Warriors come out and say something, or Ken and Fuss say something personally. So, yeah, I'm not too sure around the homesick thing, but, that's just a rumour. I don't know too much about it to comment Yeah, but if you've got any more questions, I'll answer them. What club team do you back and where you from? I back the New Zealand Warriors, of course. They're my team. So, New Zealand Warriors all the way. Where am I from? I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. I'm born there, but I've been living in Australia for 9 years now. So, look, I'm a Warriors fan through and through. Win, lose, or draw, doesn't matter, still a Warriors fan regardless. Then, they're always my team. So, if that answers your question, yeah, Warriors fan through and through. And I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. I reckon bring Stacey Jones in as a coach and bring back Sean Johnson. The sides look mean. Maybe recruit Jerome Hughes. Nah, personally, Stacey Jones, in the past they've had him as a assistant coach at the Warriors, but I think Stacey Jones. Look, I reckon they had him here in the past, and I personally wouldn't bring back and I want to bring back Sean Johnson. I've already said it before. I've got strong opinions on it. I want to bring Sean Johnson back because, he was a good player for us, but at the end of the day, he left, and why should you bring someone that's left the club? That's my view on it. And yeah, Jerome Hughes, look, he's not going to leave Melbourne. Let's be honest. Do you play in Australia? No, I don't. I don't play. Yeah, if you're new around here, you're new to the channel, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button. And also liking the video as well. Make sure you're also liking the stream. Who's your favourite Warriors player, past and present? Stacey Jones, the general himself, my favourite pastime Warriors player. And favourite Warriors player right now, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck and Reece Walsh. Stacey would be a mean coach. I'm not too sure. Look, you look at former players in the past; they've not always made good coaches. So I'm not sure about Stacey Jones. I mean, look, he coached the under-20s Warriors to a title, but I'm not sure about that one. Good call, brother. Yeah, cheers for that. Yeah, like I said already, if you're new to the channel and you're watching this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget as well to hit the like button on the stream as well. So, yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Favorite all-round player? Like favorite NRL player in general, or? Yeah, well, if you're talking about favourite NRL players, it's got to be Nathan Cleary for me. Favourite NRL player, other than a Warriors player, for me is Nathan Cleary. I don't know. I don't honestly know why don't the Warriors fresh. Yeah, I really don't know. I can't answer that question really, to be honest. I mean, that it's all down to the players that the Warriors have and the consistency. And I don't know why we don't fresh teams. Good question. I mean, we do make it hard for ourselves at times. But anyway, if you've got a couple more, I'll allow a couple more questions and I'm going to jump off the live stream. So if you've got a couple more questions, send them through now before I end this live stream. I'm back. I just had to do something, says Georgios and Bessos. So that's all good. Who do you think will win the grand final right now? Look, I think, Penrith are favourites, but, in the big games, last year it was the Melbourne Storm that got up when it counted the most. So for me, Melbourne Storm, I think Melbourne Storm will win it this year. I think they'll win the premiership. I think Penrith, they're still going to be up there, but I'm not sure about whether they're going to win it because, in the big stages, they haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to do it last year. They'll have the experience of last year to fall on, but, I think Melbourne for me. How old are you? I'm 24 years old. If you guys have got any more questions, I think I'm going to head off now. So if you guys got a couple more questions, and then I will end this live Q&A. And thank you guys for jumping on and asking your guys questions to me. And I, appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And thanks for jumping on and watching this live Q&A for Sunday afternoon. Do you think David Fusitu'a needs to leave the Warriors to remark his career? Look, it's not up to me to say, what a player should do. But, if it's up to David Fusitu'a at the end of the day. If he believes he's not doing enough at the Warriors, if he doesn't believe, he's getting the best out of himself here, then it's up to him, really, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, look, I do agree with you that he needs a fresh start, and I think he's struggling at the moment. So, I like David Fusitu'a. I rate him highly, and I want to see him, back to his best. That's what it's all about. I want to see him back to his best footy, and when he scored all those tries a couple of years ago for the Warriors, he topped the try scorers list. Then I think maybe it's down to Shaun Johnson leaving the club. I don't know, because look, when Shaun Johnson was here, Fusitu'a, he was scoring tries for fun, and at the end of the day, I hope he finds his form again soon, David Fusitu'a. I just wish him all the best, and hopefully he can get away, get off those injuries that he's had and come back to the field soon. So, yeah. Cheers. Thanks for watching, and yeah, thanks to everyone who has tuned in to this live Q&A. I know it's a bit of a, just a bit of a late one, but, I just thought I'd do it. And, it's been a bit of a quiet week in terms of the Warriors, in terms of news, and, the State of Origin's taking part at the moment. So that's obviously taking over in the news states at the moment. So thanks to everyone for watching this live Q&A. I'll probably do one more in the future. I'll probably do another one in the next couple of weeks. So thanks for tuning in, and also letting you guys know what's going to happen this week on the channel before I go. Now, next Monday night, I said Hold the Ball will be coming on the channel. He's a special guest, and, he's a YouTuber at the moment, so go subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of good Warriors content, so go check out his channel, Hold the Ball. He'll be jumping on the YouTube channel next Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Australia time. That is 9:30 p.m. New Zealand time. And, we'll be talking about the Warriors State of Origin series, as well as giving our predictions for the team list Tuesday. And, we'll also talk about signings and the halves for the Warriors, Cody Nikorima, Shane Starita. We'll also talk about that one as well. And also, Tuesday, that'll be Teamless Tuesday. And then I'll do a bit of a preview for the Warriors versus Melbourne Storm game. And Wednesday night, I will be doing a live stream for the State of Origin. So first live stream for State of Origin. Make sure you tune in for that one Wednesday night. And then Sunday afternoon, I'll be doing a live stream for the Warriors versus the Melbourne Storm round 14 fixture. So make sure you tune in for that one Sunday afternoon. So make sure you keep an eye out for the channel for all the videos. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new around here, and you're liking the video as well. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great Sunday evening, everyone, and I'll see you all later for more videos.